And we are wrestling with WWE Money in the Bank preview
Oh,
2023.
shit.
It is next Saturday, so it would make no sense to not preview it now. And if you're smart, how should you listen to the Money in the Bank pay preview?
Possibly on the remix. The premium audio companion experience.
All right, there's only 5 matches, and there possibly could be something added on Monday or Friday beforehand.
I believe the women's tag title match was added.
All right. It takes place in the city of London, England, and at the O2 Arena. Let's get into it. Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio with Mommy Rhea Ripley in his corner. Who wins, Scooter?
Cody. This seems so out of the like one of these things is not like the other. But Cody wins.
Yeah. We got Seth freaking Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's going to be a good match, but does anybody expect Finn Balor to actually win the match?
Nope.
And that's why he's so mad.
Nope. I mean, unless Seth's record at the Money in the Bank pay per view holds up.
Now,
He ends up losing to whoever wins the Money in the Bank match.
depending on what was the match placement, you might not be wrong about that.
Oh god. Oh no.
You're
Oh
you're
god.
having the same thoughts as I am, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Let's get into the women's before we get to the match.
Well, you want to go for you want to go to the tag team match before we do the
Oh, the
ladder matches?
Ronda Rousey and
No. Bloodline Civil War.
I mean that's going to be the main event, no?
Oh god.
I
I
mean it
mean,
has to be the main event.
mm, no, I don't think it is. I don't think it's going to be the main event.
It's either going to be the first match out or the last match out. There is no two ways about it.
All
That's
right,
what
fine.
wrestling does.
But okay, fine. The women's Money in the Bank match.
Okay. We got Zelina Vega, Black, versus Becky Lynch.
White.
I was gonna say Rollins
Oh,
versus Zoe Starks,
yellow.
Bailey Solo
No,
versus Io Sky. There is no more Bailey.
clear.
Evil versus Trish Stratus.
Silicone. No,
Will
wait, no,
you
that's not color.
stop it? Out of all these quotes, I I'm just gonna come out and say it. Zelina Vega. Scooter?
You know what? I think Becky's in this match to draw attention away from the fact that she's not gonna win. Everyone's expecting her to win. Maybe Trish. Um,
A lot of people have
I
been saying about Trish Stratus that she's taken away from the women's division by being there. It's an opportunity that another girl could have had. I don't really feel that way. I feel like no other girl would have been in that situation if Trish
you know,
wasn't. And at
I
the end of the day, she is promoting Joey Starks.
uh yes, yeah, that is true. Although
But winning this
I,
match would be taken away from somebody else.
I think I think we're gonna get a seventh woman.
We're at six
Uh,
right now.
yes. Uh, well, because seventh was announced for the men's on Monday, but um,
Is there a Logan Paul equivalent to the women's division?
Trish. But see, I think it's either if there's a seventh, it's it's probably it's either Bianca or Charlotte.
Shouldn't there be a Charlotte Oscar match announced on Friday at some point?
Um, it's probably going to happen on SmackDown, given what they've been doing. Um,
I feel like Charlotte doesn't wrestle on TV for free.
and then I think Lita is going to play a factor in Becky and Trish not winning. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Zelina Vega, and not just because she's from my part of New York, Puerto Rico. Yes, Puerto Rico, New York. It's we've got another Liv Morgan story, basically.
Oh yeah.
We love rooting for the tiny women, which is good because Zelina is just like is like just makes the cut for being classified as a little person.
Oh, you're not wrong about that. Right. So we're in agreement of Zelina Vega.
Yep.
Um, if you had a second pick,
EO,
you read my mind.
because it makes the most sense with the fact that everyone except for Zelina is associated.
Right. Right. That takes us to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We got Rick Lachey versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus LA Knight versus Santos Escobar versus Butch versus Damian Priest versus Logan Paul.
Why
Now,
is Ricochet's name the only one you pronounce funny?
I don't think I pronounced it
You
weird.
said you said Rick Lachey, as in the guy from 98 Degrees.
What's that guy? Spokesman of the Dancing with the Stars.
Uh, and I think you and I had the nightmare a little while ago, and that's Logan winning and cashing in on Seth.
Yeah.
I think that might actually cause a riot. Um,
But like the best kind of riot, in my opinion.
I think because remember the last time they did this was last year. They decided to put somebody else in, and it was Theory, and we know how that screwed up. By the way, yeah, the Money in the Bank briefcase now applies to all singles championships.
That's stupid. But
Yes, it is.
I digress.
Um,
That's our second digress of the show.
yeah, there's a clear winner. There's a clear front runner here.
There's a couple, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I could easily see Nakamura winning this. I could easily see LA Knight winning this.
Oh, LA Knight's gonna win. LA Knight's gonna win. Nakamura, no chance.
I mean, even Damian Priest, it would be a
Priest, Priest is the other one. Priest is my second choice.
well. I mean, we both kind of feel what the inevitable is, and that is Logan Paul will win. Not to mention that he's had what
Uh,
2 losses since
uh,
his last win.
oh, God damn it! Really? And we have a habit of speaking things into existence, don't we?
Sometimes.
So you know what? I'm gonna speak into existence. I win Money in the Bank.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You
And
know what? No.
this just in.
Baron Corbin wins Money in the Bank.
Oh, fuck
Sunny in the
you.
Bank.
It's
Winner gets to pay Tammy Sitch's next bail bond.
oh, oh God. Will you stop it? Um, it's hard because before Logan Paul entered the battle, I'd probably say LA Knight or Damian Priest. Either guy really deserves it, honestly. But if it's not Logan Paul, then it would have to be LA Knight, in my opinion. Strudel?
Yeah, yeah. I still think it's LA Knight.
Because Priest doesn't, as selfishly, I would like him to win Money in the Bank. He doesn't necessarily need to win Money in the Bank, no?
Uh, Now he doesn't. He doesn't need to win. In fact, if it's gonna go like expected, uh, somebody's gonna show up to stop him to
Knight?
start building a SummerSlam match.
For Knight or Paul?
Paul,
Okay.
Paul, and that's Pat McAfee.
Could you really
Uh,
do a Pat McAfee versus Logan Paul match?
could you really do a Pat McAfee versus the Miz match?
I mean, The Miz is a trained wrestler. It's been doing it for a
I
long
mean,
time.
technically, so is Logan Paul. He's better than some of the vets.
I mean, yeah, but would you trust him to lead a match? Only even though he's only had like Drake?
So is Pat. It's perfect. They'll get rid of each other.
I like Pat McAfee, damn it.
I like him too, but if I have to sacrifice him to get rid of Logan Paul, so be it.
He just can put spontaneous combustion in the match.
I mean, I mean, we're not sacrificing Bad Bunny. Forget that. No.
He makes too much money. He's a very important person.
Yeah, and when Dave Meltzer writes a piece on why you should win the Money in the Bank, like you know that now people are going to they're going to be watching just on the hope that he loses.
Dave Meltzer wrote a piece about why Logan Paul should win.
Yes. Uh, I think Logan Paul should win the match, Meltzer said on Wrestling Observer Radio. I don't know that he'll win, but I think he should. I think it would be a lot of publicity if he won. And the other thing about that is I think the briefcase gets so annoying when it's there week after week. But if it's there every now and then, it could be pretty cool and reinvigorate what it means to have a Money in the Bank briefcase. They could have Logan do it and even beat Seth at some point, and then he can just come in and lose it whenever. I wouldn't be embarrassed. It's one thing, but it's not like it's David Arquette, where it was a total embarrassment putting the WCW title on him. This guy's great. He can talk. He looks good. He can work. He's great. He's a big celebrity. He's great. He can talk. He's a bigger celebrity than
He's
anyone
building
they've
the
got in
wall.
the entire company. So why not? I think Logan Paul is the prime candidate. No, I added that last one. Uh,
Um, Other than he's a big celebrity. Now I know this. You could check the weather. Maybe he'll close over. I actually agree with everything that Dave Meltzer said. It could
yep,
be. It could be that if they book that the way that he said. But
negative
also,
60 in hell.
but also in the same breath, fuck Dave Meltzer. So Logan Paul is our main, and LA Knight is our second. Correct?
Yep. Sorry, Damien.
I think this is the first time that we've been so in sync with our picks for Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, usually one of us gets one Money in the Bank right and the other wrong.
Yeah. Alright, and that takes us to the last match, the main event. The match everybody's been waiting for over 3 years. The Bloodline, Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa with Paul Heyman versus the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, and Bloodline Civil War. This, whatever this is gonna be, it's gonna be good shit. Honestly, it's going. I think this is something that we've been waiting for. It's the only thing that I was really thinking about is some of they have saved this for SummerSlam, or do you put Jay and Roman at the main event of SummerSlam?
I think it's if what I think will happen doesn't happen, then I think, and I hate to say this, but then I think it's Roman in a handicap match at SummerSlam.
I don't think that's where the money is.
But because how do you decide between Jimmy and Jay now that they're both active?
Because Jay is the right hand man. It started with Jay, it should end with Jay.
See, that's the thing. I mean, unless what they do is Roman faces both of them in singles matches at SummerSlam, or
Jimmy isn't a draw, in my opinion.
hold on, because honestly, what I think is going to happen here is Solo's going to turn.
Hmm.
I think Solo siding with Roman is a plan from the Usos because you gotta break Roman down. They've started doing that. They gotta get him to that breaking point. And what you gotta take everything else away from him until the only thing he has left is that title. You gotta take Solo away. You gotta take Heyman's gotta leave. And he's got to lose 3 times. Maybe 2 if it's just against Jimmy and Jay. Maybe even just once if it's just against Jay.
So lose to Jimmy, Jay, and Solo, you say?
Possibly, but I'd say definitely lose to Jay. Like it would be, the Bloodline Gauntlet. Roman's got to beat all 3 of them.
This is what
It's yeah.
this is what I think is gonna happen. I think it's going to be a highly competitive match. It's going to be good shit. It's going to be everything that we want it to be and more. And I see Jay getting a fast win on Roman, being the first person to pin him 1, 2, 3 in what, 4 years, 5 years?
Mm, in a little under 4 years. Yep.
Yeah, Jay gets the W on Roman. We get Roman and Jay at SummerSlam for the championship. Possibly between then and now, Roman fucks up Jimmy, so he's not in his corner. Maybe Jay fucks up Solo, that it's kind of one-on-one match. Also, if they pull the trigger on Jay being the guy to win the title from Roman, I mean, if it's not Cody, it should be Jay, in my opinion. But yeah, that's what I kind of see this going. Jay gets the W on Roman.
Yeah. It's just a matter of how do we get there.
I mean, it's next week.
Yeah, Roman's gotta be like, you know, bum ass Corbin.
I don't think you bum ass Corbin Roman.
He's gotta lose everything to the point where he's got, ultimate paranoia. Where who knows? Maybe even Roman kicks Solo out because he thinks Solo is in league with Jimmy and Jay. Maybe he becomes a victim of his own hubris.
I mean, Roman is already pretty paranoid at this point, and he has everything. So imagine if he loses one match, how it's gonna throw him over.
I mean, because since he's lost, since he's lost Jimmy and Jay, he has to lose. I would say, God, I would even say, you know what? I say both Jimmy and Jay pin Roman.
No, it has to be Jay. Because the whole reason that this thing imploded was because Roman didn't care about Jimmy. Jimmy he could care less about. That's why when he had to throw them out, that's why he was so hesitant. Wasn't because of Jimmy. It was because he knew Jay was going to go with him, and Jay was what he wanted because Jay was always the reliable one. Now that Jay isn't the reliable one and the one that essentially his crutch, and now that he doesn't have his crutch, what and he loses to Jay, it becomes like a backpedal trying to get that confidence back in a way. You know what I mean?
Then do we have the entire Samoan dynasty showing up?
Last
Do,
time
do
they
we?
tried that, it didn't really work, did it?
I think we've got at least one appearance from Rikishi
I mean, Rikishi
to
and
to to, to unite his sons.
ooh, you have to save that for another time. That's not. That's not now. I kind of see when this all kind of blows over between Jay and Roman, and if Solo is still with Roman, it kind of becomes like a Triple H and Batista and Evolution. You kind of know what I mean by that?
But then does that make Jimmy? But then does that make Jimmy Uso, Randy Orton, or Ric Flair?
You can make some Ric Flair.
Only okay, so all right, with the with 6 less titles.
And that makes Paul Heyman Mark Jimmer.
I thought that makes Paul Heyman JJ Dillon.
J.J. Dillon wasn't in Evolution.
But it was a Horseman.
But it's the wrong faction.
I mean, if it's Civil War, where's Captain America? Not well, Captain America, not Captain Samoa.
And
Wait, Captain American Samoa. There we go.
there you go. And I say Jay pins Roman, the Usos win. What say you, Scooter?
Yes, and I say uh, Roman pushes Solo to the point where Solo quits on him.
Alright. Think that will conclude our coverage of Money in the Bank. Join us in 2 weeks as we review that so because next week that will be going on while we're recording, so it doesn't really make sense. Nothing ever makes sense. Alright, that'll conclude this episode. If you like what we're first of all, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. Join us this Tuesday as we interview Andros J. This Wednesday as we interview Riley Rose. Follow the show at Wrestling with E, both on Twitter and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. And where can we find Scooter?
As always, follow me on Twitter at ScooterDust, and of course, keep an eye out social medias for any future updates on the remix. And as well, revel in all my Dungeons and Dragons antics, along with Rico Constantino Jr. and the rest of the Smoking Dragons clan on Twitch.tv/Smoking Dragons.
For Kaliko Yachts and Scooter Dust, I'm James Shea, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.